You see this? Do y'all see that?
Do y'all see that?
That's that Delta 8. Hello, my powerful people, and welcome back to my channel. I'm Renata, your friendly and resourceful PharmD, here to help you navigate through this health and wellness world, all this information to figure out what works for you, what maybe doesn't work for you that you can throw to the side, because again, not everything is for you and you aren't for everything. So, you know what today is? Today is Weed Wednesday. So what do we talk about? All different forms of CBD, THC, in whatever form it comes in, just to get you informed out there to see what might work for you, what may not, especially when it comes to pain and healing in other aspects and more of a natural healing. Delta 8 may be an option for you. What is Delta 8 THC? It is an isomer of Delta 9 THC, which we all know as just regular THC. The weed you smoke, that's the Delta 9 THC, but we don't call it that. We just call it THC. It is an isomer of that as well as CBD, but a lot of times it's derived from hemp. You're going to get more of that THC value. An isomer is basically the same formula, but it's a different arrangement of molecules, and it's got a little bit different properties. So both of them have a double bond, but the double bond on the actual chemical makeup is just in a different place, which probably gives it a little bit different intoxicating effects. So they're very close. They're almost like they're one and the same. They're like fraternal twins, where one may look a little different than the other, not visually, but in their actual chemical makeup. They both bind to that endocannabinoid system that you're going to see in the blood-brain barrier, crossing your brain, mentally in your stomach, and pain receptors. It's going to hit all of those in that endocannabinoid system. Can I get it together? So it's going to be bind more in a partial way, which is why the effects are just a little bit different. Along with the psychoactive effects, it's also known to help with such things as pain. So it's a great analgesic, nausea and vomiting, motion sickness, anxiety. It also is going to help stimulate that appetite. So those people that are having a hard time eating or getting an appetite from a disease state, could be chronic kidney disease, that would help you to get an appetite to eat. A lot of times if you don't have an appetite, it's really hard to eat. Consumers have also reported that it still gives the euphoria, the happiness feeling, uplifting feelings, and it also can help with insomnia. Now, they also report that it's just a bit smoother and milder than actual THC. You're still going to get the dryness with it and all the other side effects that come with it. Dry mouth, red eyes, munchies, short-term memory, paranoia, anxiety. So it acts just like THC. It's just going to be, how would I say this? Like a step down from Delta 9 or regular THC. And you got to remember, things are going to affect people differently. So if you do get paranoid from THC, you still may want to take your time with Delta 8, but it all depends on chemically how is your body doing, reacting, or how it metabolizes this. So that all depends on you, and this is all kind of an experimentation on a daily basis or on a dosage basis whenever you take it or however you take it. So dosing of this is going to be slightly different than the dosing of THC. Delta 8, because of that double bond and because it only partially actually binds to your endocannabinoid system, it's basically going to be a little bit over half of the effect. So 30 milligrams of THC would be probably about 15 milligrams of Delta 8. If you go and get one of these, like this sample that I got, when you eat one of these edibles, is actually 30 milligrams, but the effects are going to be 15 milligrams of THC. But if you get one that's 20 milligrams, of course, that's going to be 10 milligrams and maybe 12 at the most. Because of that, it's going to be half the effects. So start small first. Always, if you're starting in this, or if you're doing this for pain, or you're looking at this to get high or do anything in that aspect where they're paying it hot, start low. Start low and start slow. Take your time. And after one dose, you'll know how your body is pretty much going to react, or if you're really feeling it, because you'll be able to tell. The way it's sourced is just a little bit differently than actual THC, because of how much Delta 8 is in an actual cannabis flower, it's going to be sourced differently and made differently. And everybody may not like the way Delta 8 is sourced. If you're looking for a more natural product, it is not unnatural, but there's going to be a whole lot more processing that it has to go through. Delta 8 is commonly sourced from hemp. Sourced from hemp. Sourced from hemp. It can be sourced from CBD, but it's commonly sourced from hemp because it's going to make it more legal and allow it to actually be grown and used and made because of the actual Farm Bill of 2018. So it's going to, like I said, be more extensive lab processing actually than THC because the dried cannabis flower only has 1% of Delta 8. So you have to take that and extract that 1% through extracting, isolating, synthesizing, and then refining Delta 8, which means you're going to have to go through a lab. It could have to go through some heating, like synthesizing, pressing it out, pushing it out. Just a little bit more extensive, the THC chemicals embedded to get a more refined Delta 8. Of course, this is new to the market. Something that's new to the market is always going to need to have more studies done on it. Even medications that come to the market, there's going to be plenty more studies that need to be done on this and its effects on the body. In some places, though, it can be hard because there's so many legalities that are starting to come into play. They're starting to come into play because some people are like, oh, the effects of Delta 8 are just like regular THC. And in a lot of these states from the map, you'll see that most of them are okay with it medicinally, but they haven't made it legal recreationally. So most of these places, yeah, you can go get it, but it's because of the medicinal use and the government in that state and in that area saying, okay, this is okay, because this will help from a medical standpoint. But a lot of times they don't want to hear any other standpoint. California, Oregon, and a few other states, like I said, I'll list them here before, are the ones that have done it legally for recreational and medicinal uses. That's probably only 7 to 9 states. Don't quote me on that. I'll have them listed. So as of April this year, 12 states have already tried to ban Delta 8. Alaska, Arizona, Arkansas, Colorado, Delaware, Kentucky, Idaho, Iowa, Mississippi, Montana, Rhode Island, and Utah. Bans are still being pursued in Alabama, Oregon, North Dakota. I'll also put a link below of an article in Hemp Growers that's actually letting you know what state that you're in and keep you up to date on what's going on with Delta 8 and with other strains. And I'll also keep you up to date. Texas, they were thinking about banning it and they still haven't even done it or put those deeper legislations in. And they may actually be making it legal here in Texas. Probably within the next, actually less than a year. Texas wants that money. I'm just going to be real. Texas wants the money. Texas wants the money.
Texas wants the money.
Keep watching. I will work on keeping you up to date. I will link below Hemp Grower article and check out Delta 8. Check out places in your area if you have some, or if you visit other states or other places, try it out. See if it works for you. And if, again, you want natural herbal, you don't even want to deal with anything that's been processed, synthesized, been in a lab at all, this is probably just not for you. And this is not something you want to try. But some of those people that want to try something in an area and they don't have access, but they may have access to this may be a great option for you. Again, you are not for everything and everything is not for you. So don't let me let you think that you have to take this or you have to try this, because this is not for that. This is about finding out what works for you. And Delta 8 is just another option to help with pain in the medicinal areas and also help with nausea and vomiting, allow you to sleep, because insomnia is not fun. I've had plenty of insomnia. Not being able to sleep or getting very little sleep every few days is very rough. Having anxiety, having depression, those things are very rough. And sometimes we need a little boost. Sometimes we need a little help as we're trying to figure out, where is this coming from? Where further can I go? So don't be afraid of this. Don't be scared. I know it's something new. Just open your mind to see, is this going to work for me or is this not? Once again, I thank you guys for your time. I thank you for your energy. I thank you for coming to visit me and hearing information that may be helpful to you so that you can make the right decisions for you, because that's the most important in the healthcare industry and in healthcare. So whether it's natural medicine, whether it's Western medicine, no matter what it is, herbals, figure out what's for you. And don't let me forget to mention where I got this. And actually, to come to an order, this is Moon Taxi. Moon Taxi is off of Greenville Avenue. That's where I also got this shirt. So they do sell shirts. You're going to get edibles, you have oils, and you have a few other things that they're going to have at Moon Taxi. So check them out. They're off of Greenville Avenue, and I'll also put their information below. If you have any questions, remember, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment. I appreciate your comments. I want your comments. Let's have conversations about where we need to go in healthcare and health, period. there is a whole lot more I can talk about. Thank you guys. You guys have a good day. Bye.